All right, hello everyone. I'm just getting started here, getting myself ready. So day 13 is going to be tubular herringbone. And so I don't know if you guys have done tubular herringbone, but it's one of my favorite stitches is tubular herringbone. I do a lot of different things with it. I like to make bracelets with tubular. I like to also use it as part of a necklace. So let me show you a couple samples that I have made up. So this is going to be a demo and not a tutorial. So here's the first one. This is done with tubular herringbone, the bracelet. And what I have here is just a simple bracelet that I made a while ago. And so the bracelet part, and then this is my centerpiece. So this is done with brick stitch, which is another tutorial I'll show you down the line, but this is tubular herringbone. That's one sample. Hi there, Kathy. Here is another sample of tubular herringbone. Again, this one's also done. This time I used it's almost like a bead. This is one of those lamp work beads that a local artist had made, and so I purchased it from her and just made a simple bracelet. And it fits in like right here. So you create a loop with herringbone, and so this would be sitting on your wrist. I've also done a wrap bracelet in very similar style. So here's the wrap bracelet. So I used a button. So this is just a plain old button. It's really cute, but I made it extra long so that it actually wraps around your wrist twice. And let me go ahead and put that on and show you. And I'm going to do it over here off camera because I'm afraid I'll knock over because I'm clumsy and I'll knock over the camera. So, anyway, yep, here we go. So here it is. And let's just move that up. So there's the bracelet. It wraps around my wrist twice, and that is also tubular herringbone, and I did it with 3 different colors. So there's black, white, and red, just to kind of match with my little button clasp here. And this next one over here, the sample over here, is also tubular herringbone, but this one is spiraling. So today I'm going to show you regular herringbone, and then another time I will show you how to create the spiral effect. And last but not least is, here's my necklace that I made. So here's the necklace part of it, and then at the end of it, so I finished it off with tubular herringbone. And let me put that, I'm going to put that on a neck and show you guys so you can actually see the whole effect. It's actually came out really nice, and so let me pick up the camera. So there it is, as you can see, and then there's the tubular herringbone part of it. And so that's another way to use tubular herringbone, is to finish off a necklace. So today I'm just going to show you how to basically get it started. And because it's pretty much repetitive, it's one of these that you just create the rope and keep going. Hey Norma. All right, so I got a bunch of seed beads. You can work with 11s or 8s. So I've got 2 colors of 11s here. And so to start with, I'm going to do a border. And actually, let me go ahead and do a third. Do a border in a different color. So I'm going to use my pink or my maroon beads over here that I have on my desk. We'll start the border, and so with the border you want to do ladder stitch. And so I'm going to pick up 4 beads. And this is what you have. So, and then we're gonna work with in sets of 2. So I'm gonna go through the first 2 beads here, and so that the set of beads will end up side by side. So there you go. That's ladder stitch. And you want to go into the next set of beads. So some of the samples that I showed you, so like the sample here, this is done with 4 beads. It's a set of 4, so 2, basically you get a square shape to it, but you can also do 6, like I did here, because this is actually, you can see there's 3 colors, so I did a set of 6. And so that's what I'm going to show you how to do, is how to do this with sets of 6. So you're going to work in even numbers on this. And so I'm picking up 2 again, and I'm going to go back into the 2 where the thread is exiting. And I'm going to give everything a tug, so it's just going to end up side by side. And we're going to do 2 more. Oh, before I do that, I need to come out of this set here. So we have 3 done. I'm going to add the 4th set here. That's 4. And now 5. And 6. All right, so this is one way to start tubular herringbone. This is not the only way to do it, but this is one of the ways that is the easiest way to do it, I think. So I always just do a set of ladder stitch, base, foundation, and then what you do is you take your 2 ends and you put them together. And so my thread is coming out of these 2 here, so I'm just going to go up into this one here, and then down into the one next to it, so they're completely connected together, and then back up. And there we go. So you have a little, it's not really going to be circular. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it just kind of depends on the beads. Right now, what I am using is Wildfire 0.006, and I'm using a size 12 beading needle, but you can use 10, you can use Fireline, you can use monofilament, Nymo, it's up to you. If you use nylon, you're going to get a more flexible piece, even though this is done actually with, I think, Fireline is what I used in this, or no, this is Wildfire. So I use Wildfire, and you get a fairly flexible piece. So it doesn't really matter what thread you use. All right, so I'm coming out of my beads there. So I'm going to pick up 2 beads. 2 whites, just to show that it's a different color here so you guys can see. And I'm only going to go down the first bead here. I'm not going to go down both of them. Oh, well, Norma, I have another challenge that I'll be starting. So you'll be seeing more of this. Don't worry. I have another whole set of ideas. So the last day of the challenge is January 31st, and then February 1st starts a new challenge that I'm going to start. Okay, so as you can see, I got these 2 beads. I went up and down. Now I'm going to go towards the next bead here. And I just went up the 1, and I'm going to use my other color. And I'm going to go down into this one here. Like so. And then you want to come up get my tail out of the way there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the maroon over here just so you guys have that third color. And just go down. So there's our set of 6. And now what you're going to do is just basically you're repeating this around and around. So this is the part where we're going to step up now. So I'm coming down this bead here. This is where I came down. I'm going to go across. So you want to make sure you stay directly across. Otherwise it's going to make the beadwork uneven if you happen to do something like this and go straight up into the white. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're not skipping a step basically. So you want to go up into this maroon and then up into the white. And this is stepping up. So now we've stepped up. And this is the only time when you're stepping up, you're going to go up 2 beads. The rest of the time, it'll just be 1 down and 1 up. All right, so we're back to the white. So I'm going to pick up 2 whites again and step down into just the first white here. And then up this, it's my teal or zircon is the name of the color on the tube. Silverline zircon. And you just go down that first one. Like so. And now we go across over here to our maroon. So just go up the 1 bead. You pick up your 2 maroons. Go down just that 1. Pop them into place. Okay, so now we've gone around and go across. And again, this is because we're stepping up, you're going up 2. So the rest of the time I only went up 1, but this time we're stepping up and starting our next round. And so you step up. And that's really all there is to tubular herringbone, but I'll show you a couple more times what I'm doing here so you can see it built up a little bit more. And you can do this, so I did this with sets of 6, or so I did, because of the 3 colors, we've got 6 beads going around, but you can do this with 8 or 10. So odd, even numbers is what you want to stick with. So pick up your 2 again, go down just that first one, go across, so across would be here, pick up your next 2, and so if you're just learning, you could do what I'm doing here with the 3 different colors. It'll help you kind of work through it. Go down just that first one, and so is this let me know if this is your first time doing or learning tubular herringbone, or if you've guys done other pieces before. So go across up to the maroon. We'll pick up our maroon and go down just that first one. Turn the work, and we're back all the way around again, back to the white. So to go directly across, you're going to this one and then up 2 of them, because again, this is now time to step up and start the next round. Oh, okay, cool. So then, yeah, that's how you do tubular herringbone. And let me show you again. So again, 2 beads, and you go down 1. And go across. Pick up our next 2. And go down. Oh wow, we got a lot of first timers. Cool. Well, I'm glad this is going to be helpful for you guys. So this is one of my favorite stitches, especially tubular herringbone. I love this more than even the flat herringbone. And we are going to go directly across and go up. Pick up our 2 maroons and we go down 1. And so it's time to step up again. We've gone all the way around. So you can see you want to go directly across and then up 2. So one of the other reasons for doing 2 colors is then you'll know exactly where you are in the round. So, you know, if you come back to, like in my case, the white, you've known that you go on all the way around. Also, you'll notice is that all the beads are now the same number of beads at all sides. The other thing that with the stitch is that the beads, the most recent round of beads are not going to be connected to each other. And so as you're going around, what you're also doing is connecting the rounds to each other. So what I'm basically here, we connected this red to this white, but the 2 above it are not connected. But as we go around in this next round, you'll be connecting that. So just watch what I'm saying. So here's 2. I'm going down this 1. And by going across, I'm going to go ahead and connect this to this. And that's how you get that, all these little connections to it. So you're always 1 row ahead. You're adding beads 1 row ahead of connecting them together. Now I'm going to pick up these 2. I go down the 1. So when I go across, this and this get connected, sewn together basically, and then I add the next ones. And now we're sewing this one to this one, and then we're stepping up to the next round. And there it is. So, and there you go. And you're making your tube, and it'll go fairly quickly. So, but it comes out, I think it just comes out really pretty. Oh, thank you, Donna. I'm glad you like them. Yep, so I still got 2 more weeks to go. So this should be, there's plenty more to do. Plenty more tutorials coming up. And so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll go ahead and do 1 more round, and that will be it for this demonstration for today. So we're back to the whites. I'm going to pick up my 2 whites. I'm going to go down 1. I'm going to go across to the teal. Pick up 2, go down the 1. And then up. Pick up your 2. And then go up 2. Okay, so, all right. There's several different ways to close this up. So one of the ways to do it, so to close this up, so if you were at the end, what you would do is actually you wouldn't add any beads. So here I've come up all the way around and I'm done. I don't want to add any more beads to this. So I would go down. I've not picked up any beads. I would go down this next one here, and I would go up into that one. So it'll sew the beads together. Then I would go down the next one and then up. So the whole round now will get connected together. So down and back up. And now the beads are all connected together. So the next part, then what you would do, so if you were finishing, you could also do another border to this. So I would sort of keep in mind and add like I did here, if that's how you had started. But if you had just started with all the colors, it doesn't matter, but you would just close up with the particular colors of beads. Now in this case, what I did to finish this bracelet, and there's lots of different ways to add things, but one of the things what I did here and on these ends is that I added a bead, and I went up and down the bead all the way around to finish this one up. Versus in this case, what I ended up doing, and this only works well with if you're doing sets of 4. So this, I had a set of 4. So I stopped going, I ended up building upwards of just straight out herringbone and then connecting it to the other side. And that's how you end up creating this loop. And it's a good way to end it. And then you just need some type of toggle. So in this case, this is actually the centerpiece of the bracelet, and so it's actually acting as the button or the toggle to this loop. And so this bracelet sits this way, but it's really just kind of a design thing of however you design it. But that's one way to do it. And I think I might do a series on just how to ending some of these ropes, because ending ropes can be kind of tricky. So I'll have to make up a bunch of ropes and then show you guys how to like cap them or put a bead on them or something different. But I'll do that down the line. Maybe after I'm done with my 30-day challenge. That'll be my February challenge. How to close, how to make clasps and closures and things. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Does anyone else have any other questions I can answer for you? Otherwise, I'm going to see you tomorrow for our next day 14. So today was day 13. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good evening. You're welcome, Kathy. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Good night.